Arcane Shift is so incredibly valuable. And since they're the ones that got their hands on the Karma, stealing the Karma away from the Olaf side, should have...
C3 for FlyQuest grouped here. Armud venturing on forward. And he's in the center of them all. Burn down, slippity slap, first blood. Santorin having already spent that time, all the while FlyQuest with that knowledge of that attention on top side, start to bring down this Drake. And a last hit'll do it. FlyQuest seek his jungle. Jensen position, Spica still hovering around this riverside, taking a lot of damage. Vikla slamming onto him. Spica and Impact now ready to collapse. The flash out for Jensen. He goes in. Vikla being so hyped.
And I think people, it's very difficult because you don't have access, you know, as a viewer, to the comms of all the teams that Impact has been on. But if you talk to any player that has ever played with him, as he gets ganked right now, and I've cursed him, sorry buddy.
He's just
if you talk to any no small part, a huge reason why people are rating this team so high.
And now Spica throwing out the first ultimate of the game, getting the root onto one while this Rift Herald is the target for all. Dignitas still funneled here into the pit. Spica haven't come back after getting polymorph. The Vikla is the next target going into the backline to try and get this kill onto Armut, but he himself gives his life in the favor of Armut. Still in pursuit. Winsome flashing over the wall to try and escape Jensen right now, even with the... They are a contender, even though FlyQuest is picking up the second dragon right now to the knowledge of Dignitas. And I know that they're waiting on Ignar coming through, for instance, but Biofrost is a long-standing.
And Spica kind of mirroring here on the Maokai is going to force them off again.
Heal on both sides has been gone, and Spawn without it falls. A root from the ultimate from Spica. Wild Growth onto Santorin.
Because Prince easily takes it. I think Prince was thinking, all right, I force a splash here, no problem. Arcane shift forward, but gets even better. Popped up. Another ult goes wide down the middle, though.
The lack of mobility on Varus also seems like it highlights all the more what Ezreal can do in trying to get rid of him. But right now, this is where you throw down the Rift Herald for a bit of that distraction, because now Armut is the center of this attention. Ultimate thrown out from Spica. Vikla taking Raj just for that intel to peel them off, to get that space granted, because now FlyQuest are on the dragon. This will be sole point for them. Dignitas too far positioned to be able to collapse upon this. And FlyQuest wanting to turn it a bit back on them, looking for the opening, but Santorin's the first one to venture on forward. Teleport coming directly onto the tower, and a flash by Spawn to answer what Vikla was doing. Santorin, the subject of the Wild Growth.
Squad. They call over Vikla. He comes over with Impact to try and force a little bit more out. And while they didn't get a kill there, they got, again, both were controlling the side lanes.
It's those little tiny steps forward and landing the Chain of Corruption, but not in the spot you need it. Coming through with the ult and answered by Spica once more. So Santorin throwing it down, gets rid of himself. That's a root onto two and a blast of a Lulu. Santorin on the retreat. Are they going to take this Poro and put her on a stake? Maybe. Looks like FlyQuest are ready to do it. The rest of the team backing
Sejuani ultimate. That's a stolen Sejuani ultimate. That's a way more difficult for a Varus to dodge than an Estes. So here's another look at it. Again, they're threatening for the dive on him. They want to take this time, they actually make the trap happen. Collapse, take them off the map, take the Baron off the map. And then that will be a huge payoff. It'll make the game way closer, way more interesting. Vikla.
Oh, Vikla, next one with the crosshairs on him. Here's all of Dignitas, a teleport coming through. Jensen, expertly empowered, is answered by going golden on the side of Vikla. Way into the backline. Impact is targeted, separated from the remainder of the team. A root and then a kill onto Santorin. Prince continuing to get stronger and stronger. Another pop goes the Weasel. Bring it on forward with the flash and heal and more. Cannot connect with the Q, but he's got the hunger in his eyes, and he knows Vikla is here to start putting them on the plate for him. Biofrost on the retreat, though. They're slapping the Spawn around. They get some more damage. Double kill for Prince, and it's only Armut standing in the mid lane, but the rest of Dignitas has fallen.
Vikla with the deep teleport from downtown comes from behind Dignitas' own tower to support in the catch there for Prince, who had just run into it. In the end, neither of them die, but it is going to be a Cloud Soul picked up here for FlyQuest.
FlyQuest really find those different angles to collapse upon the enemy.
A little bit of a 1v1 here.
on him.
Not for long.
Yeah, taking the ultimate, going Ragnarok himself. Ragnarok for Ragnarok traded right there, basically, and had Spica by his side too. Dignitas are in that. We're in our base. We're trying to hold off against these pushing waves. They do have that top side wave pushing in their favor, but it's the entirety of FlyQuest that are knocking on their door.
I like the mini game here. There are much like, you know what? This game is toast. Please, let me get some vision.
On both sides. Digger looking for the angle to try and get some vision over here into the pit, and Vikla into the back. Spawn is the target. Spawn is the first in the grave, followed by Armut. FlyQuest making sure to push them and punish them for coming into their territory here in the jungle, here in the river. Santorin still sees the blood in Vikla's eyes, sandwiched between himself and Winsome. And FlyQuest, it's the ace for them. It's the collapse into the base.
Children, avert your eyes. It's a massacre.
FlyQuest striving to become the main characters of spring here against Dignitas, secure a 2-0 start for their 2023 season and build the hype that has been mounting. Of course, want to take a couple more kills on their way out and a little bit of meow time, but here you have it, a victory at that.